Yeah, I just love some coaching on, obviously, like the middle of funnel thing is like I don't have a lot of time left to change that up, but I'd love some advice on how to go forward. I mean, I'm sharing on socials all the time. I'm sharing in my community. Um, I have an active yoga community, and I also do monthly events. And one of those is tomorrow, an International Women's Day event. And so I'll have some new faces at that one tomorrow. But yeah, I'd love some advice, some
How
coaching.
many, well, I don't do advice, Tina, but I do ask good questions. So tell me how many tickets you have left to sell between
um,
now and April.
6.
6 tickets left.
Mm-hmm.
You're almost there, honey.
I am.
Congratulations. It's always like a
Thank you.
landmine. Like, I don't know what I'm going to step on when I say how many tickets. And they're like, the whole retreat, Sassaville.
No, no,
Um,
no. I
oh,
am
good
half
for you.
campus, though, remember?
Listen, I didn't qualify your success. You're
Yep,
successful. You chose what you
I
chose. You
am.
did what you did, and you're successful.
Yep. I'm very happy with where I am. I would be even happier, obviously, to sell the other 6, but
So of those that you've enrolled so far, what has
yeah.
really been working for you? Create that with me.
Obviously the personal conversations,
So what?
obviously.
So be
So
specific. Like you are calling people and reaching out.
I have called people and reached out for sure. People that I thought would be right fit. Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely.
That's interesting that you talk about right fit. Can you say a little more about what that means for you in terms of how to choose people that you think are a right fit? Because what you're touching, I think,
Oh,
and I'm going to listen, is actually an understated or it's an underutilized strategy. But go ahead, tell me
yeah.
how you're defining right fit.
Because honestly, I don't think my retreat is for everyone. So, and I say that in everything that I share as well. It's so yeah, so my right fit people are people who I think that are ready for that kind of um just quieter retreat. That kind of self discovery, that kind of time in nature, all those things that we will do at the retreat. So I think about that, and then I think about, okay, who would be the best fit for this?
Okay,
So,
now I
like,
want every
I have some friends that I definitely don't think would be a great fit, and for many different reasons. They're not people that I've reached out to.
now I want okay, so this is great. This is great. Oh my God, I just love you people. Will you people who are listening to Tina please notice? Because I let her go and go and go without interrupting because I was waiting to listen. I was just listening to what was coming and I was kind of listening to you how I normally listen to people, which is I thought something was coming, but it never did. You didn't once say it. And this is why you're going to sell out, Tina.
Thank you.
She
I
never
hope so.
once said it's about the money.
No, no,
She's
I
not
have not thought
reaching.
about that.
She's not reaching. I didn't know that you weren't thinking about it, but she's not reaching out to people saying, well, shit, can they afford it?
No,
Look at how,
exactly. Yeah, because I always say people find money for what they want to do,
keep
what they
your
need.
hands out of people's pockets.
Yeah,
I got no business
exactly.
putting my hand in your pocket, Tina.
You're not going to get much.
And well, I got something.
You did.
I did, I
You
did,
sure
I did.
did.
And by the way, did we not have the most awkward enrollment conversation? Do you remember
We
that?
kind of did, yeah.
It was the most awkward because you told me you were going to go book somewhere else, and I said go book somewhere else. That you were talking to another place. I said go book with them. I don't need that. And
Yeah,
then you
you
said, well, wait
did.
a minute. And then we had this amazing breakthrough in our conversation. It was
We did.
amazing. I just adore you. And it was right after you had some personal loss in your life, and we just
My mom.
created your
Hmm.
mom. And I got to meet your sister on fam trip.
Hmm.
Like this is
There's been
so
more
about,
loss since then.
there's been more loss, and yet
Hmm.
you have 6 tickets left,
I do.
meaning you have not allowed the loss and the tragedy and the sadness to impact what you're standing for in the world.
I've tried not to.
You
I
haven't.
will say
There's no
I've done this
trying.
without sharing like I normally would share, which I'm really, really happy about as well. So like I'm not as present as I normally would be in the places that I normally share.
Okay. I'm
So
not,
yeah,
listen, you're not telling that story. I'm certainly not going to let you tell that story because you're telling the story of one of resilience. And we want to get those
thank
last
you.
6 tickets sold. No,
We
really.
do.
And the
We
reason why I'm
do.
saying that is not to stir up that up in you, Tina. It's actually to
No.
demonstrate to everyone else who's sitting on the sidelines making excuses for why they can't sign a contract that you went through incredible personal loss. I lost my whole family in the 8 years that I've built in Maloa. Everybody dead, gone, orphaned. Did I make that mean anything in terms of what I was able to do with Imaloa. Au contraire, you are a living example of what not having an excuse looks like.
Thank you.
Okay,
I appreciate
so
that.
you're welcome. She didn't once talk about the money, you guys. Stop talking about affordability. Stop it. It's beneath you. Not you, Tina, but everybody else that's listening. Just stop it. It's just so your own shit that's wrapped up in your own listening. And when you listen differently, you produce a different outcome. Just stop it with that. Thank you for reaching out to your people and thinking about who it's right for, Tina. An underutilized strategy, if you will, it's not really even a strategy, is really making a list and pushing
Yeah.
yourself to make a list of, and you might want to do this, 100 people. Because remember, Andrea Russell sold 20% of her retreat 4 days before her retreat. It's about continuing to be in this conversation. And as long as people don't feel like you're pitching them and that you're actually genuinely approaching them for what's possible for their life, they will respond at least with gratitude, if not with a ticket purchase.
Yeah.
So I would, if I were you, because this
Mm-hmm.
outreach has worked so well for you,
Yeah.
consider, and I know this might, well, I'm actually not going to project onto that, 100 people that you haven't yet spoken to, or that you have and you'd like to re-engage from a different perspective, or to see how they're doing.
Yeah.
To do anything major now with the middle of funnel and what Melissa
Yeah.
is now going to do and come back and report to us next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I like my commitments, Melissa. You certainly ought to consider that if that works for your business, Tina. But
Okay.
right now it's hand-on-hand enrollment,
Yeah.
not combat. It's
I
just
feel
like,
like that too. I
yeah,
feel like middle of funnel is for the next retreat at this point, being so close.
yes, but allow yourself to be moved by it though, because you might
Yeah.
start to create something. You might plant a seed now that allows you to be able to apply that later. But yeah, I would say it's hand-on-hand enrollment. It's
Okay.
creating that possibility. You create possibility through the quality of the questions, and try to listen to them with a blank slate, especially if you've already had a conversation with them.
Yeah, so
It's
I would love advice on that, or not. I know you don't give advice, but there's a few people that I have had conversations with that went well, and then when I reached out again, I haven't heard back. So, um,
how
like I
bold are you?
want to
How
reach
bold are you willing to be in the next 3 weeks?
bold.
Okay, call them back
Yeah.
and get them on the phone no matter what, and say, hey, we had a conversation, and my experience of it was that it went really well.
Okay.
And to not hear back from you, like, I don't need you to buy a ticket, but to not hear
Yeah.
back from you actually had this, and this impact on me.
Okay.
And wait a minute. And this retreat is about, and then share about the retreat. And so one of the things I really value is to be able to create in a conversation. There are people that I have conversations with, Tina, like
Hmm.
you and I had in our enrollment conversation, where they go away to think about it. And
Yeah.
then they text me saying, thought about it, not for me. And I'm like, don't rob me or yourself of the power to have a conversation, even if it's to complete, because
Okay.
you can't deal with it. Not you, Tina, but like the person on the other
Yeah,
side,
no,
they just don't
exactly.
want to
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah.
Don't allow your people to not deal with themselves. I have been doing this long enough. People can Google me long enough to know that I'm not going to hustle a contract. I told Miss Sal, who's in the lovely blue Zoom user, that I'm not taking her money, even if she offered it to me. She's not offering it to me, but I'm not going to sign her contract. Like, they have to know that you've got their back. And part of your people knowing that you have their back is not letting them off the hook when they haven't shown up in a way
I
that
really
you
like that.
expect people to show up, which is, hey, I want to have a completion conversation and to
Yeah.
know what's going on for you. Not, I want to sell you the retreat. Not, why
Yeah.
didn't you buy? But I
Yeah.
care so much, I'm talking as Tina Abbott, about what it is you're up to,
Yeah.
that I just want to know what came up, or how we can complete this. And they might say, shit, you know what? I forgot, Tina. I've actually been meaning to call you and buy. I am so sorry. Thank you for sharing with me the impact. How do we create a future forward? That could happen.
It
That's
could.
what I would suggest
It
you do over the
absolutely
next
could.
3 weeks. Does that
Okay.
resonate?
It does very much so. I like that.
It kind of resonates with your brand too, doesn't it?
It does.
Just,
Very
yeah.
much so. Yeah.
You're very high touch over there.
I
You're very
am.
high touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 weeks, 6 tickets, 2 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So here's very practical. Ugh, I'm going into so much of the how today, but sometimes tactics are helpful when you're 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
What I would invite you to do is to make a list if you want to be
Yeah.
bold, of 100. I know that's a lot. It should only
Yeah.
take you an hour or two. This is how I started my career in enrollment 20 years ago. I made lists of people
I
and then I just
actually
called.
have close to 100 on my list
Of
already.
course you do.
You know I
So
do.
I know you do now. Um, so what I would say is here's the metric that you want to look for. And I'm going to do this. This is going to delight Melissa too, because she likes her metrics. So the metric you want to look for, because you're going to sell at least another ticket if you go through the 100,
Oh,
guarantee
I
you.
know. Yeah,
See, she has the certainty, you guys. This is so
I know I
good.
am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but here's what I want you to look out for, because this will help give you a little bit of relief. I want you to
Okay.
look at how many calls you have to make until that ticket gets sold.
Okay.
So, for example, if you make 15 calls and one buys, then you know the data shows you that for every 15 calls you do, you sell a ticket.
Okay.
Just law of averages. And
Yep.
then you can then stack the deck in your favor to say, okay, if I need 6 tickets, 15 times 6, hello math, is about 90, I guess. I don't know. 90 calls, 3 weeks, get you full profiting, on you go.
Love it.
Yeah?
Love it. Thank
You are
you.
the very best. And I love you
Oh,
so much.
thank you.